The first step Khoza Bazaar needs to take is to determine if this contract is indeed a lease. Since it was agreed between Khoza Bazaar and Lee Limited that the right of use of the machine used in the manufacturing of canned goods will transfer from Lee Limited through to Khoza Bazaar, it is considered a lease in terms of IFRS 16. The payment arrangement has been decided upfront, and Khoza Bazaar knows what the total cost of the lease will be. This can be calculated by taking the future value of the lease and multiplying it with the annual payment to find the discounted value at that payment date. The right of use value takes into account the $30,000 paid to the attorneys, as it is a cost that is directly attributable to bringing the right of use to the asset. This will be credited to the bank of Khoza Bazaar. Each year, we will take the outstanding capital amount and multiply it by the interest rate to get a portion of annual payment. We will debit this amount to interest expense and credit it to lease liability, and it will be recognized as a finance cost on lease liability. Take note that the amount of $550,000 will remain constant for the first 4 years of the contract, and for the fifth year, an additional $150,000 will be added to the principal amount. Finance costs of $311,886 on lease liabilities. The annual payment towards the lease of $550,000 will be debited to the lease liability in the statement of financial position and credited to the bank. Depreciation is calculated on a straight line basis. You have to divide the total right of use asset initial recognition amount by the total duration of the lease, in this instance 5 years. We will debit depreciation and credit accumulated depreciation in our journals. The depreciation relating to right of use assets and interest relating to the lease liability was presented in the statement of profit or loss. On the statement of financial position, information is presented as follows. The right of use asset is displayed as a non-current asset. The lease liability is a non-current liability, and the current portion of the lease liability is displayed under current liabilities.